Like, if I have any information of the future,
Yeah.
oh, well, that's easy. I just go back and be like, dude, buy some
Lottery
fucking
tickets, this is the
stocks and
number
shit. Dude, buy Apple right now. Go to my 8-year-old stuff. Go buy Apple, you idiot. What are you doing?
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am.
How's it going, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to episode 8 of Everything is Broken podcast. We are your hosts, Dan3T, Dave on everything.
Oh, sorry. I was about to jump in and introduce myself.
Okay,
There. I cut you off.
No,
No,
you
keep
did,
going.
you
Keep
did,
going.
you
Keep
did.
going. You had a good thing going there. That was beautiful. Keep going.
Yeah. We are your hosts, Dan3T,
Davey on everything.
and it's episode 8. We're here filming back on a Sunday. NFL season's back.
Oh, yeah.
We got lots of football stuff going on in the world. Lots of topics to discuss this week of everything else that's going on in the world. And a couple little interesting stories, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I watched some games last weekend. I watched Chiefs and Chargers.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was the game, and they were crushing the Chiefs were looking bad.
That was,
they were playing bad.
That was the Thursday night game, right? I think so.
Yeah, I want to say
Yeah.
it must have been.
Yeah.
It must have been.
Yeah. That was a
But
close game.
they won.
I liked that
The Chiefs
game.
won,
Yeah.
which is insane. But, they're a good team, but they were just looking so poor. So I was like, oh, this is a loss. I didn't even finish it. Woke up and they won.
Oh,
It's
really?
Like, oh, goddamn.
Fall asleep and you wake up and catch the Sports Center highlights going
Yeah,
on.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the last episode, we were talking about Meghan Markle and the royal family a lot, and then the Queen died. Like, we made that episode just before the Queen died, and we were talking so much shit. But still, fuck the Queen, if you ask me. Even though she's dead,
I think she was already dead, though.
She was dead when the episode came out,
Oh, okay.
but not when when we
taped it?
recorded it. No,
Really? Oh,
no, because
damn.
we would have been talking about her
Yeah,
death.
that's true.
We were
yeah,
talking
'cause-
about Meghan Markle's
Yeah, and I
nonsense.
remember we talked about the whole people vandalizing statues and shit before
Yeah,
that, too.
exactly,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. So,
Indirectly willed it into existence?
yeah, maybe. Like I said, I'm okay with it. People
Hey.
can hate. Like, a lot of people. The first when it just happened, I posted immediately. Like, thank God. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
And hopefully her pedophile son is next. We're not supposed to say pedophile on here.
Oh, no.
We'll get our fucking channel banned, but no one cares about us.
Applause.
I'm mute it out. Applause it out in the
Yeah,
background.
exactly.
Yeah, we shouldn't say things like that because you got to call them you got to call them
Minor
something
attracted
else.
people.
Yeah, you can call them that, but I don't like to call them
Fuck
that because
that.
they want you to call them that.
Yeah.
And they're just a bunch of creeps. So,
Oh, yeah.
but her son is one of them. You know what I mean? So he had very strict ties to our boy Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, man, lots of photos together.
Our boy? He's not our boy.
He's your boy.
He's your boy.
You looked up to him before you found out.
You worshipped him.
I was like planning on getting my own island.
Oh,
and,
God.
And then turns out what he was doing was illegal. Who knew?
Who knew?
Yeah. Yeah, but there's so many creepy photos of Prince Andrew, like, with his arm around a clearly 14-year-old girl, or, like,
Yikes.
around his waist. It's so
Grooming
weird.
and shit.
Because the Queen was the Epsteins were at the Queen, Queen has a cabin somewhere.
The only thing I
There's
know about the Queen is that she's on our money.
Yeah,
Uh,
which sucks. I
Yep.
hate her face.
Yeah, she's on the 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the coins.
Yeah.
She's on 20 and the coins.
She's on our money.
Yeah.
She's contributed nothing that I know of.
Yeah. Nothing.
And we're forced to celebrate Victoria Day.
I know. Fuck Queen Victoria too.
So it's like, what is that? That's May 24, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
No, that's Labor Day, isn't it?
No.
Oh,
Labor
I
Day is
don't fucking
September.
know. Oh yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, some Victoria Day.
Yeah. And then what else is she known for? Her dogs. The little corgis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know about the dogs.
The dogs
They-
are like
she loves
heavily
them?
worshipped. Yeah.
Are they still going?
Probably.
Does she
yeah.
get a new ones every 10 years, like replaces them?
I'm sure.
And then just claims that they're the same dogs?
Immortal life of the dog.
This dog's outlived the queen 10 times over.
Yeah, what's going
That was
on?
her mom's
What
dog.
is This thing. Maybe.
Oh, man. Yeah, there's a massive line right now to see the queen's coffin.
I bet.
Someone touched it. Daily Mail reported on it. Someone
really?
touched the coffin.
And that's not allowed?
No, his ass got dragged out of there.
What? What do they got? Like little banisters,
I think
like
they
blocking
must.
it
I
off
don't.
or something?
Yeah, I think they must. I didn't see I haven't seen any. I just saw an overhead
Was it you that showed me that clip of the guard falling over?
for like British. Guard?
Yeah. there
No.
was oh no, that was somebody else from work then. This so I get sent this video, and one of the royal guards falls over, like it's the guy that wears like the black hats and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of him, fell like on his face.
Was he drunk?
No, he was doing his duties. He was like doing like the whole guard cenotaph thing, or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Like in front of like the memorial or whatever they want to call it.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah.
this just happened?
Yeah,
Oh, man. Did he get fired?
probably. I would
He
assume-
got fired.
Maybe like honorably discharged, but like
Yeah, are those guys like, so that's the Royal Guard. That's
Yeah.
the British Royal Guard, right?
yeah.
I think. It's like, are they part of the military?
Yes.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're like,
Yeah.
they can't go anywhere.
No.
They just get sent to a cell if they disrespect the queen, right?
Oh, for sure. You'll get like court-martialed, and military police will show up.
Oh, yeah,
all
so
that.
they're legit. Even though, like, people fuck with them and they hate it.
All the time.
They're becoming really, like,
Yeah.
they're really starting to stand up for themselves.
Oh yeah, I've seen those videos. That was like trending like way back in the day too. Like I remember Jay Leno like went on that, and like Conan did it too. They were
Oh,
all
man.
like they're all trying to get the guards to like do something.
For me, that's a terrible job. I can't stand still.
It's
And
all
I react to
self-discipline,
things.
right? You
Yeah,
gotta-
it's
you gotta have-
self-discipline, yeah. I'm not disciplined in that way.
No, just sitting there itching, right? Like,
Just-
that
yeah.
I'd be itchy, I'd be sweaty.
I would
like,
immediately become itchy in my entire body.
Yeah.
And look what they're wearing. They have to wear
Yeah.
that in the summer.
It's like a heavy tunic.
It's got to be wool or something.
Oh yeah, probably wool. The most absurd materials. Throw in some hay there.
They
too,
were
on
like
your
that all
back.
year. They were standing
Yeah.
up front of that palace all year with that shit on.
I think so.
I haven't seen them wearing shorts, so
I've
probably.
never seen them wear shorts. Yeah.
Man, those guys are like. I can see why they get annoyed when people fuck with them because their job's already super annoying.
Yeah.
And then some guys coming in your face like, like fuck off, dude. I'm part of the royal fucking army or whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
Don't disrespect me. I'm guarding this telephone booth.
Yeah.
You know.
Doctor Who shit.
But that's been the biggest news, the Queen, since our last episode.
That's crazy. I didn't think that was like that relevant, that recent.
Yeah, man. Well, like we recorded it and then it didn't come out for days, right? So
Yeah, it's true.
by the time it came out, the Queen was dead, I believe.
Change the headline to like, what future celebrity will pass away next?
Yeah, predicting celebrity deaths 101.
The Blue Jays are playing today, playing against Baltimore.
Have the Blue Jays been winning games this season? I don't think
They
so.
won the
right?
last game they played.
Yeah.
It was like 6-2 or whatever, I think.
They still got their boy Guerrero Jr.
Yep, Laddie.
yeah,
Laddie's
yeah,
doing
he's-
it.
he's a hero, right?
And Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette, yeah.
He's doing good too.
I don't know about the Jays. I haven't really watched too many games. I've watched maybe like 10 games my whole life.
Oh yeah, something to do.
It's not my thing. Well, in grade 6 we went one time
Oh, there you go.
to the Blue Jays game.
Man, grade 6.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
We went there because the school was shutting down
Okay.
and they wanted to spend the money
Right.
that the school had in like the,
In the end
the
of
budget
the year
for activities or
curriculum
whatever.
shit, yeah.
So they fundraised it and we got a bunch of money together. And then they did
We had to fundraise to go to the thing that was already in the curriculum.
no, it wasn't even in the curriculum. They're like, yo, we're shutting this school down and we're taking all the money if you leave it with the school. Like the
Oh.
school board was just gonna claim because funding for trips and stuff, like it's like separate, I guess. So like they have money and the parent teacher council decides like how to spend it.
Yeah.
I only know this because my mom was involved. And then it was like, all right, we got this money, but we need more money because we want to like show these kids, these poor kids, like one last hurrah.
Think of the children.
Because everyone was poor, so you can't. Like my parents could pay for me to go to the Blue Jays game because it was like $20 or
Yeah,
something.
it's not you that you're worried about. You're worried about everyone else that,
Yeah.
that can't.
Yeah.
You gotta pick up their socks.
So they had this big fundraiser or whatever, a bunch of fundraisers, chocolate bars and whatever the fuck else. But
Yeah.
then we went to a Blue Jays game and we went to medieval times too.
And medieval times.
Yeah,
that's
they
what,
balled
that's
out.
what did it. Yeah,
They
those are
balled
like
out.
$100 a plate. You get to sit there and eat a big greasy turkey leg with your hands, and then what else? They give you some mashed potatoes. or
Yeah, you get the
taters
corn and
corn.
taters.
Yeah.
My brother went the other day
Oh yeah.
for fun with his friends. Yeah, he said it was a sick time. I haven't been since grade 6.
I went long ass time ago.
Did you have fun?
It was fun. Yeah.
I think I would enjoy it more, but the problem is it's like WWE but
Yeah.
medieval style.
Yeah. You know it's fake. You're like
It's the fakest shit.
But like, I remember cheering for like obviously like the section that I was in. I think it was like the Blue Knight or whatever.
I was the Blue Knight when I went.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, I want the blue guy to win, blue guy
Yeah.
to win, and then it ended up being like the red guy, and I was like, oh, this sucks. Like,
Yeah, and you don't even like. There's no way that the blue guy would win that week because it's
Yeah.
decided, right?
Yeah.
All right, Ken, you're winning this week. All right, Jerry, you're up next week. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, it's always like predetermined ahead of time. They never really know what they're doing. It's like, all right, Who hasn't been up for a while?
Yeah, like, oh man, do I have to win this week? Like, you don't want to win.
Yeah.
You have to do more performance.
Exactly.
You're like, oh, come on.
You know, all these guys are all washed up, right?
Yeah.
Sitting there drinking beers.
He's like, I want to die in the first scene.
Yeah.
I can go home early.
Exactly. I know, like, within the movie world, they're doing that Constantine too.
Yeah, Constantine too.
Yeah.
I heard, and I liked Constantine. I haven't
I
seen
did too.
that in a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah. Ooh.
But I remember as a kid, I liked that movie.
That was a
It
cool
came out
movie.
in like 2005 or something.
Maybe 6, maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool movie.
It introduced like the whole world of like angels and demons on like the big screen.
I
It was,
love
like,
that shit
that was
actually.
cool,
And Keanu Reeves.
And
He's
Keanu
a
Reeves,
fucking hell of an
He's
actor.
basically John Wick, but like shooting up. Like,
yeah, he's
angels
God's
and
John
demons and
Wick,
shit.
you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was before that franchise started. Oh, what else was happening too? They were talking about. Everyone's talking about She-Hulk right now.
Yeah, you know what? The other day I didn't have much to do. And I really like to participate in the complaining and the bitching and stuff that people are doing on
Everyone
the
does.
internet, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, dude, I can't bitch and complain if I don't watch it.
Yes, you can.
But that's hypocritical. The one thing I really try to avoid in my life is to be a hypocrite. Like, I really try not to be a hypocrite. I am a hypocrite a lot of the time, like anyone else. But yeah, the fucking...
You want to have a justified opinion.
I want to be like, hey, man, I actually watched it, and I can still be biased if I watch it.
Yeah.
But at least I watched it. That was, what movie you talking? Mermaid? Little Mermaid?
No, I was talking about She-Hulk.
Oh, She-Hulk. That's the thing. It's all blurred into one. It's all the woke shit's got me.
Is he actually watching it? I don't know.
Yeah, I watched She-Hulk, like, episode 1 and 2.
Okay.
And, like, I wasn't surprised. Like, the writing is pretty bad.
Yeah.
And they really are pushing, like...
The agenda.
The agenda is pushed on
No,
that
for
one.
sure.
But you know what? I expected it, so I was like, all right, whatever. It wasn't even, like, the worst show ever. It's just, like, it's kind of condescending and stuff, though, towards, Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Because he's just trying to help, and she's like, I'm better than you. Fuck you. You don't know anything. You just spent your whole life in anguish as the Hulk, and I don't have to do that, right?
You had the military chasing you down for like consecutive years of your life,
Yeah, he's on the
trying
run
to kill
for
you,
years.
but yeah.
And she just goes back to her office job.
And she says that she's been catcalled all her life, doesn't know what it's like.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
Man.
Hey,
That's
but
the thing about feminists, right? They don't want equality, they want superiority.
that's it, man. It's not. It's
Like
not
in that world.
They don't want Yeah, because that's 100%. Here's the funny thing is, I want to talk about She-Hulk and I want to talk about another Marvel movie, but we'll circle back to that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 100%. It's like okay, so if we talk about equality, we want equality of outcome, right? Everyone, that's what people want, is equality of outcome. They want everyone to have the same result at the end.
Yep.
No matter where your starting or ending position is, at the end, these people have to have the exact same as much as you.
Yeah.
Even if I put 80 hours and you put in 20 hours, the result is going to be the same.
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing is like,
So what, like the stepping ladder doesn't matter. It's just the result.
yeah, I don't believe in that. I believe in individual efforts. That's myself, an individual incentive. But so you're calling for equality. Say you're a female and you're making less. You work in insurance and you're making less money than me, right? For whatever reason, it doesn't even matter the reasons. And all these women are calling for equality. We need to make this. We need equality in all these businesses. But what? If you ask them where's the inequality? Okay, well, all men run the world. Men are in the positions of power. They're all the politicians. Okay, so you want equality in positions of power. You want equality because guess what? 95% of people that work in construction and skilled trades are men.
Yeah.
Who's calling for equality in there? And the funny thing is, like, if you did work construction, likely you would make the same amount of money as me, especially if you're in a union company.
Right.
There's already an equality of wage and benefits and everything in construction.
Yeah. I could see that.
Do you ever see any women getting into construction or calling for any kind of equality in construction? Coal miners, you ever see anybody trying to gain equality in coal mining?
Can't say I have.
Auto manufacture, all these jobs that are dominated by men that are like hard or shitty jobs, nobody's calling for equality in those.
That's like that Mike Rowe, right? Dirty jobs. No one wants to do it.
No one wants to do it. I don't blame them. It sucks. But you can't just say, oh, we want equality in... We all want to just have these cushiony, air-conditioned office jobs.
Yeah.
And all we want is equality in that. We just want to run that. We don't care about across the board. So for calling for equality, why not in every industry and circumstance.
Distributed equally.
Just not the good, not only just the good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think all these dudes want to stand out in the sun in 40 degrees and pour concrete?
God no.
Hell no.
God no.
So you want to do it? Like, do you girls want to do this? Well, no. Can you do it? Yeah, it's going to be harder for you, but you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants that. They just want to be the Prime Minister of Canada.
Something.
They just want to be governors and senators and
Mayors.
members of parliament and CEOs. They don't want to be foremen in plumbing companies.
It's true.
So really, how silly is that? That's just like you just want the best of positions and you want to be in charge of the best positions.
Yeah. That's a superiority complex.
And then they keep saying like, oh, they're complaining that men are the problem. 1% of men are the problem, which is the positions you want. You want the 1% positions. I'm not in a 1% position. You're not in a 1. We're just normal dudes.
Yeah.
Don't blame us.
Yeah.
We're in the trenches too, brother. We're out here. You're complaining about men, but you mean you're complaining about the 1% of men that are running the show and they're making the money. That's it. That's all you want.
Yeah, you gotta be like look at who's behind the scenes of that, right?
Yeah. You don't want to build cabinets. You don't want to be a plumber.
No.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'm doing it, and I'm not complaining. I do complain a lot, actually.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so circling back to, and I could be totally wrong about that. If you don't like my opinion, it doesn't matter. But
Moving on.
moving on back to the woke Disney movement, because Disney's on the woke shit and it's failing them huge.
Yeah, I've noticed.
But it's like the type of thing is like they can't just stop it now because it's been in motion behind the scenes for months, if not a couple years.
Oh, easily.
Because they have to film these movies.
Yeah, yeah.
But when the movies come out and people hate them, it's too late. Like you already have all these things in production.
Mm-hmm.
So now you kind of have to just say, if Disney was smart, they would ride out these woke movies they've made.
Let them die out.
Let them die.
Fizzle out.
And then let's go back to let's pick the best people for the roles and like stay true to characters.
Yeah, yeah.
Because this is my point. So everyone's complaining about She-Hulk. I actually had bigger complaints with Multiverse of Madness, with what's his name? Strange, Doctor Strange. Did you watch that?
I did.
I thought that was way more agenda pushing, woke pushing shit than
I only
anything
saw
else.
it once, and a few months ago.
I just watched it, and
Okay.
and like there's no. It just I'm gonna come off like I care. Like I don't care who's the lead role, and I don't care who the hero is in the movie. All I care about is like let's be realistic and like let's not try and like carry a bias and like force me to want to certain.
Spoiler alert: they had some girl that could travel through dimensions.
Yes.
Suddenly appear.
Yeah.
And she was supposed to be all powerful.
Yeah. And then like
I didn't buy that.
Doctor Strange and then his boy, the Asian dude, they were the only
Wong.
really Wong.
They're
the two men in the movie, right?
Yeah.
They go to the sorry guys, spoilers. They go to the other universe.
Yeah.
And
Which one are you talking
the
about?
Avengers, in that universe.
Oh, like the other one with the other Earth.
With like the main one they're in. They met the council and then they were going to decide. They realized that
Illuminati story. Yes.
Yes, the Illuminati.
Yeah.
The main crew of them, because it was a crew of like maybe 7 of them, right? Avengers, whatever, the Illuminati,
yeah.
but the Avengers.
Yeah.
There was like one dude, right? And
There
then
was Reed Richards. There was the
Reed-
mouth guy.
that's it. It's the only 2 guys. The guys with the mouth guy that he opens his mouth and he destroys anything, and then Reed Richards.
And then there was Professor X.
Yeah, okay. He was like the leader of he's like the head of the whole
Supposed
thing.
to be, yeah.
But then like the most powerful heroes in that lineup were like Captain Marvel. Like you know, like it's like the mirrored versions of our normal universe.
Yeah.
And like,
and then who else?
also what was confusing is like they fucking died in like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Every one of them.
All of them.
Who were they fighting again? Oh, Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Again, it's like there you go, Scarlet Witch. But she's a staple in Marvel. So for her to be in that position, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
She's been in movies since Phase
1,
3 or 2 or
2.
whatever.
Yeah.
So for her to be the main protagonist or antagonist,
Yeah.
that's okay.
That was a cool spin for me. Like,
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great movie. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was a cool movie.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the little dumb shit that they do.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine with female roles and leaders and all this shit, but it's like when you're purposely trying to make that the main thing, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing with the Little Mermaid. Like, I don't care that she's black. I don't even give a fuck about the Little Mermaid, honestly.
Yeah.
I didn't even like it that much when I was a kid. But we're making these live action. Why didn't we make Mufasa a tiger in the live action Lion King movie?
Mufasa was never a tiger.
Ariel was a white mermaid.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Why didn't we just, you know what I mean? If we're doing that, if we're just making up characters now, or just changing characters, we can do it any which way.
Mm-hmm.
Will it affect the film that Ariel is not redheaded white lady? Probably not.
No.
It won't at all.
I don't see it affecting it at all.
It won't affect it at all.
Yeah.
It'll be the writing that affects it.
Yeah.
Because you don't, like that character, they write the character.
Yeah.
The character is whatever they put into words.
Yep.
It doesn't matter, like, physically what they look like.
Yeah.
So the writing is going to reflect that choice, though.
Yep.
I don't understand the need to change. I do, actually. I don't understand it, but I get their thing is like, oh, we got to have representation
In movies.
in
Yeah,
movies.
Yeah.
There's something to that, I'm sure. But I never grew up like, oh man, all my heroes are white.
No, I
No,
never
man.
thought that.
I like the Apollo Creed. I love them. I love
Yeah.
the Rocky movies.
Yeah,
And
every
I-
single Rocky movie was
Great, they're awesome
Yeah.
movies. Apollo
Mr. T
Creed,
was amazing. in
Mr.
it, too.
T, another awesome.
Yeah.
And I didn't care. They were like people I looked up to. I didn't care that they were not white people.
Yeah,
And now people are gonna be like, oh, that's your white. You're looking it through a white lens
probably.
because you have the representation.
Mm.
I don't have to say that, honestly. All I know is I never cared if a character that I looked up to was black.
Yeah.
I always liked Predator
Yeah.
with Danny Glover.
Danny Glover was awesome. In
That was a
it, yeah.
fucking great movie.
Yeah.
Danny Glover was so good in it.
Yeah.
So like,
Eddie Murphy was in so many movies for me too. Chris Rock.
yeah,
like,
these are just like people that
just
are
like
like,
people that you can just name off the top of your head, right?
yeah, and I never thought like, oh, I can't be a comedian because Chris Rock is black and
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle is black. I can't.
Yeah.
It's a loose argument because
Mos
there's many
Def.
white Canadian or
Yeah.
comedians,
There is.
but it's like I don't understand the specific need to have like very specific representation. Be like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. When I was a kid, these are people that I looked up to.
Yep.
I'm like, damn, that's amazing. They did amazing things. It
Yeah.
wasn't. They did amazing things because they're black.
No.
They did amazing things.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what their race was.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I believe in like judging people on the content of their character and what they've accomplished. Doesn't that mean more? Because you have to do something to get that.
Yeah.
You're not just born with accomplishments and good character. You have to do things to get that. So like, who gives a shit if someone's gay or white or or trans? Like who? Like what? I don't know. I don't get that at all. Like SNL just hired a new cast member, female, and I saw a headline. It was like the first non-binary SNL cast member.
Okay.
I said, who cares? Can she make a funny joke? Can she hit jokes? That's what people are there to do, is watch comedy. Not watch non-binary people stand on a stage.
Yeah.
Which if they didn't tell you, you would never know that they're non-binary.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's the point, right? That's what they want.
Yeah.
So why are we announcing it?
Because it has to be a thing
It has to be.
every time.
People love that shit.
It has to
Not
be a
people. 2% of people love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It's so weird to me.
Anyways, we can flip into something more positive here, but I thought Multiverse of Madness was a great movie still.
Yeah.
And it was well written enough I could get by it wasn't poorly written. I think that was the actual difference between She-Hulk and Multiverse of Madness. The writing was still really good
Right.
on Multiverse of Madness, and She-Hulk not so much.
What I liked about Multiverse of Madness was like the precursor to it with No Way Home with Spider-Man.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I liked how like Strange was like the guy to like connect all the universes.
Yep.
And then, boom, again, spoiler. Like whatever, you guys should have seen
It's
it.
been
by
out
now.
for a fucking time. Watch
Yeah.
it.
Like at the end when he's like Venom was supposed to be in that universe.
Yep.
And he's like, wait, where are we going? No. And then that little piece of the symbiote gets stuck on like the desk there.
Right.
Thought that was like a cool little Easter egg.
Yeah, man.
Paying homage to like the comic book days and like the animated series from like the 90s.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the one that we grew up with
Yep.
and shit. Yeah. I was like, yo, this is pretty accurate because like that's how Venom started.
Right.
Like being like, or Carnage and all that too. Like they got brought in from other universes.
Yeah.
And I was like, this
It's
is
cool,
cool,
man.
Yeah.
Marvel actually is pretty good at sticking to it.
Yeah. Like when they try.
Yeah, and I think there's phase 5 now, right? That's the new. We're on phase 4.
I think so.
And
Yeah.
they've announced phase 5 heroes.
Yeah.
I don't know the complete universe, and I've missed a lot of stuff too. Like, but I think Doctor Strange is like the last remaining like cool storyline and character, because the lineup now is like, I don't know all their names either, especially the ones that are just coming out. But I saw the lineup. It's like, what's his name? The black dude with the wings. Hawkeye? No.
Hawkeye?
No, the dude that's like Captain America's homie.
Oh, Sam.
Sam. What's his name? What's his her name? Wait.
He was the red dude, Red Falcon or something like that.
Maybe something Falcon.
Falcon. Sounds right.
Yeah, I think it is. We're idiots, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's like him, Captain Marvel, and then there's Miss Marvel. Am I right about that? She's like maybe.
That's the kid. I thought,
That's the girl, right?
Isn't it? Maybe.
I think so too. I mean, I don't know if there's another movie after that movie that
I think she had a TV series.
Yes, she has a show on Disney Plus. I think Miss Marvel, MS.
Oh yeah,
Marvel.
yeah. That's the Spanish one.
Yeah, and she is
Yeah.
Latinx, as
Okay.
they call it. I think.
Latinx.
I think they describe that in the show.
That's new.
Latinx is like if you're it's like a neutral way to say like Latino and Latina.
Yeah.
So if you're like non-binary or whatever, you can say Latinx. That's their thing, and you can say that about any culture too.
Okay.
They made it a thing, Filipino X and stuff like that.
I'm educated today.
Yeah,
That's
there you
every
go.
day.
I've only started to learn this too. So there's Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
the Falcon.
Yeah.
There's an archer, a female archer that looks just like Hawkeye.
Yeah, that was the girl that was in the Hawkeye series.
I never watched it.
Don't know her
I
name.
can't watch bow and arrow superheroes.
It was okay.
It's not a superpower.
It's not.
Just a fucking weapon they had 5,000 years ago.
Yeah. It was okay.
Was it okay?
It's just okay.
I liked Loki. I thought Loki
was really good.
awesome.
I liked that. Yeah.
I thought that was really
how they
fucking
like
good.
broke away from the main timeline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like the start of the
Yeah.
the non-linear timeline, right?
Yeah.
He was the one that made the multiverse essentially.
Yeah, because he killed off Buddy at the end with.
he was fucking with
with
the
the female
timeline,
Loki, yeah.
right? Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it splits.
Yeah.
I like that about it, man. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still on board with Doctor Strange,
Mm-hmm.
because he's in that. Like that's his main thing is the time travel and the.
Yeah.
Speaking of time travel,
Thor's still around. Guardians of the Galaxy. They have another one.
I will watch that.
Yeah.
And I gotta watch Thor. It's on Disney.
Yeah.
Thor.
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder. I was gonna watch that, and then when I went to go find it, I saw.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. So I didn't click it.
Yeah.
Time travel though. I want to talk about time travel real quick because I think it's the craziest, most interesting thing, man. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. And so there's like two. We're just gonna get right into it. I watched this dude talk about time travel, and he's like an expert, even though like time travel is
Okay.
essentially not real right now.
Yeah.
So there's like two types of time travel that people think of. One is like the conventional way of thinking of time travel. Like you can just go past, future, all around.
Okay.
And like you're traveling, blah blah blah, and you can affect things in the past, blah blah blah. That's like how like movies portray time travel.
Yeah.
So I watched this dude talk about time travel, and he was saying, so like how time travel realistically is going to work, if it becomes a thing, is like in the future they're gonna have. Right now they have time travel in the future because it's obviously happened. But time travel, so say I invented a time travel or a time traveling machine today.
Okay.
To this day, I can't go back in time.
Okay.
I also can't go forward in time. So you're not traveling in time. But next week from today, now your time machine's a week old. In a week, I can travel back to the point that the time machine was created. And that's as far back as you can go. You can't time travel to a period where there was no time machine. You can't go back to
that's fair.
Jesus' time because you would have to have
What if he was the original time traveler?
Jesus.
He put it in the tomb, and that's why
And
nobody saw it.
yeah, he like stashed it in the corner, and then he just came back to wherever he was from. Jesus, man, you got us all.
He wasn't tricking us with water into wine. It's water into funk. You remember those? Yeah. I'm sorry.
Jesus, man, he's the biggest con artist of all time, potentially. Imagine running a con for over 2,000 years.
Oh, man. No. Okay, that time travel thing is interesting, though.
Yeah. You have to be able to go back to the point where time travel was created.
What's your favorite time travel movie?
Oh, you know what? Time Machine.
Hot Tub Time Machine?
No. That movie's funny, but Time Machine with I don't even know the actor's name.
Oh.
But it's set in like the 1800s.
Okay.
And his wife gets hit by a like a horse or something.
Is it
Dies.
the Time Traveler's Wife?
No, that's a whole nother one with what's Eric Bana.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's okay too. That one's a little more sappy and kind of weird because it's a little girl.
Right.
But this is just called Time Machine, I think.
Okay.
And this dude's wife gets hit. It's like a classic conventional, like, they have like the big gold machine, you know, like levers and shit. And his wife dies and he tries to bring her back. But he realizes, like, he can't. What is set in stone, like, what happens has to happen.
Yeah.
So he tries to save her 1,000,000 times. And then he realizes, like, I can't save my wife's life. So when he's in the time machine, I blink, it goes like haywire, and it sends him back, like, or it sends him forward, like, thousands of years. And it's a cool fucking movie, man. Check it out. It's probably came out when we were kids, but it's a cool movie. How about you?
Butterfly Effect.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That is...
The original, not the second
Yeah,
one.
no, the second one was okay, too.
I like
There's
the
3
second
of them, I think.
Yeah.
I loved Butterfly Effect.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I remember I watched that. I'm like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He blows that kid, puts the firework in the mailbox,
Yeah.
blows his hands
He's like,
off because he
You
tries
should-
to stop
yeah,
it.
He's like, you should be here, not me. You
Yeah,
should be
and then he
here, not
does.
me."
He switches with him, right?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy, man.
Or like when he's in the hospital, he's looking at the picture and it's like shaking, because he's like, "Oh, it was all a dream. It never happened." And he's like, "No, no, I have to go back and save her."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie's amazing. That's with Ashton Kutcher.
Yep.
He didn't do too many non-rom-coms.
Back then, no. Yeah,
It's one of his only non-rom-coms.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah, that's a cool movie, man. There's all kinds of good fucking time traveling movies.
Honorable mention, obviously, Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the Future. I like that one. Looper.
Looper was good.
It
Yes.
was confusing, but it was a
I
good
like
movie.
that one too. Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt as like the younger version of
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, we're spoiling every movie on the episode today. Guys, I'll put it in the starting. Many movies will be spoiled
Yeah.
on this episode.
Hey, you guys had years to catch up.
Yeah, you've had enough time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it's been on DVD,
Yeah.
you're good.
It's in the $5 bin. Come on, man. Like you could have watched it by
You
now.
could have watched it. It's been on TV 400 times,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
American movie classics.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, time travel is a cool topic, man. I just think, I think one day we'll be able to do it.
What's something you would tell your younger self?
What wouldn't I tell my younger self? I'd tell myself, I'd write it down. I'd
Write
have a
it down?
journal.
No,
Like-
you pick like top 3 things.
Don't go to college.
I knew that was coming.
You know, I'd like to say, like, save your money.
Okay.
Like, don't go out and
But
party so
YOLO?
much. But I love that shit, so I
Yeah.
won't say that. Fuck.
Okay.
Like, if I have any information of the future,
Yeah.
oh, well, that's easy. I just go back and be like, dude, buy some
Lottery
fucking
tickets, this is the
stocks and
number
shit. Dude, buy Apple right now. Go to my 8-year-old stuff. Go buy Apple, you idiot. What are you doing? You're gonna be poor if you don't.
Mom, I want an apple. Shows
No.
up Granny Smith on your door.
Yeah. Okay, but actual life lessons, like real advice, I would say, like, don't give a fuck. Because I used to care, like, a decent amount what people thought. Probably still less than other people.
Yeah.
But, like, I would take things personally, or, like, if I posted something on Facebook and someone argued with me, I would take it personally, like, oh, man, am I a bad person? Or whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
Weighs on your conscience.
people make you second guess your values and stuff. And now I can just say is, like, I know enough about, like, just how people operate. I'm like, who gives a fuck what they think? They're not you.
Yeah.
They don't have to live your life every day.
Yeah.
They could be wrong. I could be wrong. Who knows? But just continue to do it how you want to do it, man. And don't even be afraid. Just fucking go for it. I think I could have had I think I probably unknowingly missed a lot of opportunities when I was younger just because I didn't take leaps. You know, now I'm taking leaps. I'm just going for it now. So I think that's what I would tell myself. Just don't be a bitch. Just go for it.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Nike that shit, man.
Yeah.
Be a rapper if you want. Like, who knows?
Exactly. Professional career coming up.
Yeah, do whatever you have to do to be happy and thriving people. That's what I would tell myself.
That's fair.
Would I listen? Hell no.
Probably not. Yeah.
I didn't listen at the time. Why would I listen in the future? Maybe
Yeah.
because it's coming from me.
Yeah. Listen up here, you little shit. This is what we're gonna do here. Dude.
And I'd be like, why would I listen to you? We're idiots.
Yeah.
We're not listening to you. We're someone with some actual advice. We're someone who's had some worldly advice, not this fucking fool.
Yeah. I saw this crazy thing the other day. It was what was it? It's like, oh yeah. So if you looked at yourself, like let's say there's a 3D print of you and you saw it, you wouldn't recognize yourself because you've only seen yourself in pictures and on like screens.
That's wild. What if that's wild. I wonder if that's the case.
I don't know.
You can't put it to the test.
No, you can't.
But like if you see yourself in picture, oh, that was your point.
Exactly.
That was your point.
Yeah.
Okay. In a mirror, I guess everything is like mirrored.
Yep.
So it would throw you off a bit, even though it's you.
Yeah.
I think you would. I see what you're saying. Like, I think you would eventually, like, you would clue in that it's you, but initially you would be like, huh? What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because you
I think
would
that,
be.
yeah.
Everything
That's
is,
why like twins and stuff like I don't know. It's cool to me, right?
Yeah.
Like identical twins, like you just sit there and you're like, those are two like identical people. Like their features are exactly the same.
Yeah.
Everything's
Even
the same.
their personalities are damn near
Yeah.
the same. It's
Yeah.
weird. I was thinking, like, there's a lot of just, like, ways of life that people are born into that you never will understand. Like what it's like to be a twin.
Oh yeah.
You'll never know that.
No.
And I bet you it's an insane feeling. And they'll never know what it's like to not have that bond.
That's true.
Because even if that twin dies, you still have the love and the attachment to them.
Mm-hmm.
We're just out here in the world twinless.
Yeah.
We have to make it. They have 50-50 efforts.
Did you see that thing back in the day too, where it was like they did like a twin theory or whatever? There was like
They separated them and shit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
separated
that's
them.
wild.
and they're like, oh, like one felt pain when the other one was in pain.
They like brush their teeth the same way and
Yeah.
you know they have different parents.
Yeah, and then they grew up in like different
Yeah.
lives.
Same job. They get
And
the
then-
same job, the
Yeah.
same interest. It's so
Nuts.
crazy, man.
Nuts. Different upbringing. They still like persevered and got through school or whatever they did, and then
Yeah, that really brings up like the argument, like nature versus nurture argument.
yes, yeah, I think that's what it was from.
Because I'm inclined to think like it's mostly
Nature.
I think I'm inclined to think your base of your personality is nature. Like you're born with those certain.
Yeah.
But like
characteristics.
think about how I was always inclined to think like
Nurture.
nurture has more of an impact. Because like you see like you could probably take two people, like if you took someone that's very much like me, similar IQ, similar body, same country, or not even the same country, so, you know what I mean? Physically, we're the same. Mentally, we're very similar. And he was raised in like a complete shithole, one-parent home or something. And I was raised how I was raised.
Yeah.
I think I would end up being better off in life than them.
But you're also biased.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I never had shitty parents.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. Like if I had to make it on my own.
That's tough.
It is tough. I told my parents the other day, I said, like, I was talking to my mom, actually, and we were just talking about just our upbringing. Like, my parents literally never fought. Never fought.
In front
One
of you?
time,
Or just in general.
just really almost in general.
Wow.
Even my dad, because I was talking to my dad about this prior to that,
Yeah.
and he was telling me, he was, like, opening up to me about it. He's like, yeah, we just made sure, like, you never saw anything or anything. I just remember one time they got in an argument, that's it, in my whole life.
Wow.
Like a real argument, you know?
Yeah.
And even then, it was quick, short-lived.
Yeah.
But where was I going with that?
I don't know. Nature versus nurture is what it was.
Oh, yeah, I was telling my parents, like, if, say my dad wasn't around and it was just raised by my mom or vice versa, I would end up being, like, because I have the inclination of going, I think when I was a kid, going both ways. Like, my brothers hung out with, like, I hung out with, like, losers when I was in grade school. Like, the kids that are fucking up with no parents. And I hung out with those kids, so I think if I didn't have parents, I would be with them. And I'd
Right.
probably be, like, I potentially could be, like, in prison, dead, welfare bum, homeless. Because I'm not a stupid person, but I think my way of thinking would be drastically different if I had to be out here surviving
Yeah.
more
of
for
course.
myself.
Of course.
And I think I would get into some trouble.
That's like the whole aspect of like the guy that's on the street will hustle 50 times harder to get that dime bag or whatever he's after.
Yeah, the
rather-
crackhead, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you never
rather-
see a crackhead go without crack.
That's the same.
That's a good fucking point, yeah. That's a very good point. You'll never see a crackhead go without crack. They'll make it happen. Suck a dick, whatever they have to do.
Squeegee your windows for 10
Yeah.
cents, whatever it is.
You know what's a fact that I was also talking to my mom about this, just about immigrants and people coming in to Canada and working hard and stuff, because we've talked about that on here. And we were talking about Indians and Pakistani people. Like when I graduated college, there was
Yeah.
like 400 or ridiculous amount of names of people from India and Pakistan and Sri Lanka
Cool.
that were graduating like in the health care.
field. Okay,
I'm
yeah.
talking like every single person that was in, say, I don't know the fields, but like respiratory therapy,
Yeah.
stuff like that. They're almost all Indian. And I was like, that's what they, and guess what? They're all working too.
Yeah, I bet.
At Walmart or wherever. And guess what? Eventually, you're not going to see Indians at Walmart and Subway because they're getting educated and they're getting better jobs. But my point of saying all that is I found out that Indian Americans are the highest earning on average group in the United States. Like from India.
Wow.
More than Asians, white people, anyone else. Indian Americans are the highest earners in the United States. On average.
Right.
Even though there's like probably way more rich white people, Indians are doing better overall, I think. So what's funny is like I'm just like spiraling here, but somebody was trying to argue that minorities are come here and are unable to have success. Like people or like black people, I think was the argument. Like black Americans are unable to have success, but then we have people that are coming from across the world, and the point was like, hey man, they're making it happen. They're the highest earners, and they had everything going against them. So like really, there's no excuse for anybody. You know what I mean? That was the whole main point of it. It actually surprised me. I know that Indian people are, where we live, crazy. They work hard, man.
Of course.
They work really hard. So
Yeah.
I thought maybe Chinese Americans, Jewish Americans were probably the highest earners, but yeah, Indian Americans, top dogs. And they've only been coming to Canada or the United States probably for like really like a few decades.
Yeah.
Like really actually immigrating to the United States. So that's amazing, dude. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm happy for them. Because anyone can do it.
Anyone can make it.
Anyone can make it. And I think
that's the West, right?
Yeah,
That's the
man.
West mentality.
if everybody focused on their individual efforts and making it for themselves and making it for their family, you would see a huge change.
Yeah, you don't
Except
see it though. Right?
You just
Or they don't highlight it as much as like they do
Yeah.
the other parts.
it's like it's because people are like in this like group mentality, you know what I mean? Like they want to fight other groups. How
Yeah.
about you just fight yourself and work on yourself?
Challenge yourself every day, right?
If you spend 10 years building up a business or building up a company or building up a podcast and all you're focused on is making money and building your future,
Yeah.
you're not worried about what anyone else is doing on the
No, of
outside.
course not.
Right? And
Yeah.
guess what? In 10 years, you're going to look back and be like, holy shit, I
10
killed
years
it.
just flew by, yeah.
And if everybody was doing that,
Yeah.
we wouldn't even be worried about half the problems that we have now.
exactly.
It's people are fixed on like, it's like people that don't want to, I think a lot of people, I'm just like spitballing here, but I see people that they put all this passion and effort into like identity and stuff like that. But imagine if you took those efforts and you put it towards a goal, like a legitimate goal for yourself. That would be so much more rewarding.
Yeah, it depends on the person too, right? Like a lot of people are like very like anti like rat race, right? Like they don't believe in the whole culture of like why is this the method of A plus B equals me being happy, right? Like
Yeah.
life, right? Like
Yeah.
like you have to have kids, you have to get married, you have to
Yeah.
do this, right? Meanwhile, it's like I want the nomad life.
Yeah.
Rent out whatever, move up north,
Yeah.
you're gone. Like
And that's-
and that's fulfilling to like a lot of other people too, right? So it's like
Absolutely. But like you still have to get there.
yeah.
So the thing
100%.
is like you have to start from here
Yep.
and you're like, oh, my goal is to live carefree in a van.
Yeah.
That's still not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
You have to buy a van.
Yep.
You have to make it
Make the materials,
livable.
yeah, renovate it, do
So
all
you
that.
set a goal in 2 years. I want to be free living in a van up north.
Yeah.
Good. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
That's something you're doing. You're doing something that you want to do.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm all for that. I want to do that. I want to live in a van up north, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, man. It's just,
Digital nomads is what they're called.
yeah, I love that shit, man. I'm about it. Like,
You talk about it too much and then it shows up on like every single suggested website on my phone there.
dude, it's a cool life, man. Like, and I think I could do it because, I might look like a fucking scrawny bitch, but I fucking can easily live out in a trailer.
It's
Like I don't need
you
fuck
and your
all.
dog.
Uh-huh.
You and your dog.
Yeah,
have
me
a
and my
can of
dog,
Tuna,
I'll
roast some weenies.
Yeah, man, I can do it easy. Like I grew up kind of relatively in that lifestyle. Like, you know what I mean? I can live outside. You know, so I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm like gearing up to try and do something like that, but I don't know if I can commit yet because I'm still trying to do like if you're living in a van, you can't do this.
No.
Like I have to come back to Cambridge, or I guess if I'm living in what?
Cambridge.
Cambridge,
We're
yeah.
dropping the location now.
Buddy.
Everything is broken.
The location is on every Instagram and TikTok post there is, so don't worry about the location.
Okay.
I tag it on everything.
Okay.
I want people to know where I live. Come see me, bro. We talk about Waterloo region all the time.
Yeah,
We
that's
live in
true.
Cambridge, okay? I live in Cambridge. Dan doesn't.
Yeah.
So he missions it out here for me, but yeah, man, Cambridge. Anyways, I don't even know what you're saying now, but yeah, I live in Cambridge. Come see me, bro.
Digital nomads.
Digital nomads, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would probably like live in the trailer in front of my parents' house or something on the street because I want to. I don't know. I don't know, man. I got a few things I want to do before I enter that lifestyle.
Manitouwadge.
I'd go to Manitouwadge. You could. You have a van.
Good.
Just drive your ass up there. Yeah, it'd be cool. You need an income still. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to. I would want to. If I want to do that, I want to quit my job.
Yeah.
And I guess you could probably live nomadically, especially if you were in position like most of the time. You could probably live for like $1,500 a month or something.
I'd say so.
Like food, gasoline, propane. Really, it's not a whole lot. Oh, you got an internet. Maybe the odd time you park at a campsite or a park or something.
Yeah, somewhere with Wi-Fi, maybe.
You could probably live. You could easily live nomadically via EI, unemployment insurance,
Probably.
right? But you only get a year,
Yeah.
and then you got to figure it out.
Hope that hope that takes off for you.
Yeah, I think the way you would do it is you would say you had a property in rental. You leave your house, you move into the van, and then you have to continue to work for months and save some cash.
Yeah. Because like even if you're renting it out, right? That's just covering like the renter.
Yeah, like say I rented my house out, I would only need to make like between insurance and taxes and mortgage, I need like say $1,400. I can rent my house for $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Pay taxes on your income. Actually, like if that's your only income, you wouldn't be paying much in taxes because you're making like $24,000 a year. So you wouldn't be paying fuck all for taxes probably, but yeah, I'd have to like use some of that money to survive too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a fucking.
It'd be tough.
It'd be tough. It's a. You have to work. You have to work at a bookstore or something part time.
Be like that guy that cuts the logs. That I don't know if you've seen him. He's on TikTok a lot.
Oh, and he just splits logs up.
Just splits logs up. all
Right.
day
Yeah, I
long.
have seen that. He's insane.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy was splitting up like 14-inch stumps.
Yeah. Fucking
That's
nuts.
insane, and he doesn't slow down.
No.
Every swing is faster than the last.
Yeah.
Crazy. That guy's actually crazy.
Like Thorin or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like people, even like splitting wood, it's an easy thing to do. But if you've never done it, like I've split lots of wood in my life.
Oh yeah, you're always king of it.
Yeah, I would split wood when I was like unemployed. I would just split wood for the sake of it. Like I'm not even joking, because I was like, this is good exercise, and I'm like learning to do something.
Yeah.
There was a time when I was in college, like, and I had my like summer break or whatever. I was just like constantly trying to learn little things. Always, like every day, I'd be like, hey, I should learn how to set up a snare trap to catch rabbits. You know what I mean? Like, and I did, and then I took it down because I was like, my neighbors are gonna snitch on me. There was not a rabbit. There was like a skunk or something under my parents' shed. And
There was a skunk when I was coming home last night after work.
did he get you?
No. He walked right up to the chainmail fence.
Yeah.
Looks right at me. It's just a little baby guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah.
There he is. Hey,
You
how's
probably
it
can't
going,
spray
man?
yet, can they?
I don't think
when
so.
they're babies?
No.
They have to like develop the
The
glands or
glands,
whatever.
yeah.
Skunks
Luckily.
are fucked though, no?
Yeah, it was nuts. I was like, yo, as if he's right there in front of me. It's literally like from like me to you, like, but there's a fence in the way.
I hate that you have to run from skunks.
I didn't run.
Like, they're this big.
I just stared at him.
If there was a full mother skunk with
I would've-
babies,
would've
you would have had to
ran,
run
100%.
because you get hit. Like they
Yeah.
can hit. I don't know what's the distance on the spray.
Probably 6 feet, I'm sure.
Yeah, 6 to 10 feet. I'm guessing. So you have to run.
Yeah, 'cause-
I hate that. Like
Because
fuck
dogs
that.
are always like dumb, right? They'll sit there and like go up and try to like
Oh.
make friends with it,
Oh yeah,
right? So
yeah. I was at this I took the dog out last night and I went to this. There's this like vineyard. It's like a church
Okay.
slash. I don't know if there's an actual vineyard there, but it's right near my house.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a big church. They have this massive property with this like stone wall, and at the same time, they were building townhouses beside it called Vineyard. Like they go along with
It's
the
like a play
name.
on-
It's like this like weird church that like has their own like they're building up this like property. Yeah. I took the dog there last night, and there's something in the middle of the field, and it just bolts. And I'm like, okay, it's a rabbit or something. Harlow, stay with me.
Yeah.
She's fucking losing it. And then I realized there's a fox, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, Harlow will lose to a fox, so we gotta go. It was pitch black. I don't even know where the fox is half the
Harlow
time.
will lose to a fox.
And the fox is smaller than Harlow.
Yeah,
but she
for
doesn't
sure.
have the grit, you know. Fox has been living out there on his own for
yeah.
years.
I actually just saw a fox actually when we went golfing last at Brookfield,
I've never been to Brookfield. Where's that?
Breslau,
Oh,
like just outside.
is it nice?
It was okay.
Nice
yeah.
course.
Yeah, it's not
Better
bad.
than Maryhill?
I like Marion. I like Grand Valley the best,
Yeah,
but I haven't been back to Grand Valley in like years.
Yeah, that's a good course. Right behind my house, which is convenient for me. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Lots going on. Hopefully some positive news coming up in the future here. Like we really need some good news. Like just world news, you know, like I feel like there hasn't been anything good coming out news wise, and since COVID happened, remember they were like the dolphins were coming back because nobody was out. You know what I mean? Like all these wildlife was starting to thrive. The
turtles were coming
The
back.
oxygen was better, and that was the last time we got good news in like April 2020. Damn, that's a long time. Anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. We just ask that you comment, like, subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to us. I should have said this at the beginning, but I always forget to.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys could like and comment, it means a lot. Just even like put a little period or a space and then hit comment. I don't care what you say. Just say something.
It counts.
Yeah, it counts. Thank you so much for coming by and watching us. I'm Davey on everything.
Dan3T, thanks for tuning in, guys. Much love as always.
See you next episode.
Big cheese, no design on my jacket. Work hard, now I'm changing my bracket. Talk tough, we ain't hear that racket. Dogs came in, you know how to stack it. Don't take it wrong, but I'ma need my ends though. I got tigers on my chest like Kenzo. Rail came, yeah, he putting that Benz though. Carol's here, man, you know he stay 10 toes. Big dog, man, you know I ain't worried. Bent up, so I'm talking real slurry. Got a blast, bro, I'm always in a hurry. Big Drake, shooting Curry like Curry. Take a yerky, ain't know he stay passed up. You don't catch him late night, then you asked up. No, real, how to put it E class up. They like, X nigga, how you take the fast ride? 2018, it was me and Big